Hello my friends, and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 random run, where we take a random character, random weapon, and try to beat Danger 5 with it. Hope you're all doing well. Let's see what the game gives me today. We've got the Gladiator. Alright, so we're gonna try to do this following the rules of the random run. I already did Vagabond, where we picked 6 random weapons, and for my last Gladiator random, we did our first 6 random weapons. But here, we're gonna basically ignore the bonus of the Gladiator, and just try to win with 6 of whatever weapon we happen to get, because I think that's gonna be fun. This is gonna be a very difficult run with a huge penalty, and I've kind of wanted to try a more difficult run in this random series. No idea if we're gonna be able to win it, because we're playing at a pretty big penalty, 20% attack speed, 30 luck, and in exchange for 5 melee damage, so that's going to be pretty tough. Let's see if we can make it work. Let's roll and see what weapon we get, and oh no. Okay, well, Torch is going to make this a lot harder, because it doesn't benefit very much from the melee damage boost. That's our only positive benefit, and Torch is also a fairly weak weapon overall, so we'll see if we can make this happen. I'm going to go light this tree on fire so we can try to break it. Torch, at least, not a bad weapon for wave 1, so we at least made some money there. Just to remind you of Gladiator, we lose 20 attack speed because we have minus 40, but then get 20 for each unique weapon we have. We're only ever going to have one unique weapon, so we just get minus 20, and we have minus 30 luck, which is a pretty bad penalty as well. Roll here, I'm looking for harvesting. Roll again, and we'll take 5 harvesting. We could take a turret. That's a way to kill enemies that doesn't involve actually hitting them with our crappy weapons. And also could be useful if we get Scared Sausage. We're going to be building around elemental damage, of course. So I could take the turret. I think I'm going to pass on that. I think I want economy items more. So yeah, Lumberjack Shirt and Coupon are better items than the turret would have been. Roll here and buy another torch, and roll and buy another torch, and then we're going to go to the next wave. Obviously, this is going to be a lot harder than if we were building 6 different weapons, as the Gladiator is supposed to do. And what with Torch being a very difficult weapon at base, I think this run is going to be quite challenging. So, looking forward to seeing if we can manage it. Making okay income this wave. Let's roll here. I'm definitely going to need harvesting. I'm going to roll actually for 4 more, because if we don't get income going early, we're going to be just obliterated. And if I roll into a torch here, we can afford it, so the amount of money that we got actually worked out perfectly. So I've got to get to 20 harvesting early. One thing that we do have going for us is that we've got the primitive weapon tag, so we're a little bit further ahead in defensive stats, so that's kind of the one good thing that we've got. And I guess the elemental tag from the torches also means that we don't have to buy as much base damage, especially in combination with the 5 melee damage that we start with. So we can focus a little more on the economy that we're going to need in order to be able to keep up here. I could build luck, but I think again, or elemental damage, I think again we're looking for harvesting. I missed twice. Do I want to keep rolling? I'll take 1 armor, and then we'll take 5 harvesting. Here, we'll take a coupon, Lumberjack Shirt. Baby Elephant doesn't do anything because we have negative luck, so we'll pass on that. Elemental damage, but at the cost of knockback, which is sort of relevant for Torch. I think we'll take the mutation, though. Increasing our elemental damage is going to be pretty important, and then we'll buy the torch here and the boiling water as well. Torch gains improved damage scaling as you level it up, so on both the melee and elemental damage types, so we can build either and get decent benefit from it. This item was buffed when the expansion was released, the weapon rather, the torch was buffed. But it's still a pretty weak weapon overall. That being said, the elemental tag is good because it just increases the base damage of your weapons, and the primitive tag is probably the best in the game, so we do have some advantages with this weapon. I could try to boost my luck. I'm going to roll here and see if we can get harvesting. Roll 1 more time. I missed twice. Do I want to roll again? I think I do. I think if we get 8 harvesting, it matters so much for this build that it's worth just rolling very aggressively for it. Then we'll take 4 regen, because increasing that's very important. Upgrade our torch, and you can see we get 65% scaling. It goes up to 100 at level 4 torches, so we do want to level these as much as we can. Only crit for 1.5, and the damage of the weapon itself isn't that high, so we don't care about losing crit chance to the compass here. So I will buy that for move speed, and then, yeah, we'll lock all of these items. That's all pretty good. Double coupon is going to help out. The main problem is I just don't know that we're going to be able to kill enemies in the mid-game, so our economy is really going to suffer. And that's going to really slow down our ability to buy defensive stats, which we need because this character is not going to be able to kill enemies, so we're going to be taking a lot of hit. And low attack speed is the worst aggressive stat to be missing for trying to keep yourself alive, since attack speed is the one that actually causes you to hit enemies before they hit you. So the 20% attack speed penalty is pretty bad for us. You can see here, we're already falling behind in terms of income. Do I take elemental damage? I think I'm going to roll here. I'll take 8% damage. That's fine. Just boosting the damage of my fire. Then we'll take the coupon, Peaceful Bee, and Mushroom, and roll. Gambling token, I think, is worth buying. I have 1 armor. We could maybe build into a dodge build. Take a torch here. Celery tea, I have no idea if we're ever going to be able to kill enemies if I buy the celery tea next wave. I do want more XP gain. I think it's worth buying the celery tea here. It's early enough that I think it'll be okay. We are going to lose a lot of money next wave because of killing things slower, but we're killing things kind of slowly anyways, so I don't know how much of a real problem that's going to be. The lumberjack shirt is very nice. It means that we can break trees without having to sit there bonking them with our torches that do 5 damage a hit, or 8 damage a hit. Over and over and over again, so lumberjack shirt was a good find for us. No idea if this run is going to be winnable, but I'm enjoying it so far. It's an interesting puzzle, at least. We did get 2 crates there, despite having negative 32 luck, which is quite fortunate, I have to say. Claw Tree, I'm going to recycle 1 melee damage. The crit chance is irrelevant. 1 melee damage for -1 HP I just don't think is a good deal for us. Take 3 elemental damage, though. Then we're going to buy Celery Tea and Gambling Token and roll. I have 7 regen. Can I afford a Weird Ghost? Maybe I buy Black Belt, actually. This way we get a lot of XP gain all at once, and that's pretty nice. And then I can lock the Weird Ghost for the wave after. This wave is going to be harder because we have Celery Tea, so I don't want to buy Weird Ghost on a wave that's going to be inherently difficult. I'm going to roll once here. Lost Duck we can pass on. Defective Steroids I'll take, though. Drink some water while we're running around hitting these really high health enemies. One advantage this wave is that Torch has high knockback, and the moray eels are extra susceptible to knockback, and they're the main threat this wave. One disadvantage is that we have a healer this wave. We have the healing enemies, and in combination with the Celery Tea, that's going to really slow down our ability to kill enemies, because we kill everything slowly over time. The healing enemy is going to heal them back up and prevent us from killing them at all. So we're definitely going to lose out on probably 50 to 100 materials this wave. But hopefully the bonus XP that we get from our Celery Tea. Actually, we didn't lose that much. We probably lost, yeah, I guess about 50 materials. But honestly, not as bad as I expected. The Celery Tea, I think, will work out pretty well. Taking the regen there, and then here we're taking armor. Any of these 3 stats would be great, but you can't play the Abyss at 0 armor, so we're gonna grab that. Buy both of these. I need to remember I have a Weird Ghost. 1 HP for 29 I think isn't good enough, so we'll pass on that. Rip and Tear is kind of interesting. This is a way for us to do extra damage based on our base melee damage, so let's pick that up, and then we'll roll here. Take a Toxic Sludge as well. Do I want that or the torch? I've probably passed torch a couple times. I'm so used to ignoring this item. And this weapon levels up really well, so when you pass over it because of habit, it is much worse for you. So hopefully I haven't missed it too many times. I think I will take the toxic sludge over the torch, though, for the next wave, and then we'll lock both of these. Obviously still ignoring the luck-based items. Want to stay away from the anglerfish until I have healed up a bit. And with 10 regeneration, we should be able to do that. Cursed anglerfish, that's going to take a long time to kill. So against the anglerfish, you want to move in kind of a little spiral around them like this. Basically, you can think of them as a small version of the shark boss from the Crash Zone. Would love to get a scared sausage so we could apply fire to enemies far away with things like turret and similar items. Really killing nothing this wave, though. This is pretty bad. Our income is really starting to suffer. $225 on wave 8 is pretty tough. I'm going to take the 12% damage. Percent damage is better than attack speed or melee damage for us because a lot of our damage comes from the damage over time. I'll take the dodge here. I will upgrade our torch. I'll take the head injury. Riposte is another way to deal damage that is based on our just normal damage. Doesn't involve our weapons and is based on our dodge. So I'll grab the riposte here. Take a torch. I'll take a beanie because move speed is going to be really important as well. 4 elemental damage would be nice, but the candle will hurt our economy just way too much. On the other hand, all of these items are pretty good, so we'll buy them for sure. I'm curious if the Rip and Tear actually does anything. We will now have to buy, like, explosion size modifiers if we see those. I'm gonna break that egg because if too many slashers stack up on this wave, then we just won't be able to kill them. I will say that this run is a little better than I thought it would be. I still think it's a very weak run, but I was expecting us to just not be able to kill anything throughout the entire mid-game, and we're still maintaining some income. We're definitely behind where we want to be, but it's not as horrible as I was expecting, in part because I rolled so aggressively for harvesting early, so that's part of what's keeping us in this. Here, I'm going to reroll. I think we can do better. Still think we can do better. Take 2 armor, because I need that. Move speed or dodge. I'm going to take the dodge, actually. I would really want to get to dodge cap with this character. We have 9 speed, and we've got 3 more locked in the shop, so I think we can afford to do that. Buy the metal here. It's possible, actually, I want to level one of my torches up to 4 as quickly as we can to max out the damage from burning. So maybe I should be focusing on that more. Let me roll here. I'll take the Peaceful Bee. Ugly Tooth will be pretty nice for fighting elites. Also, I note that we have 3 elites, which is the worst possible combo. But we'll buy all this stuff. I will buy more dodge. We'll take the Salt Water. Does cost me elemental damage, but still going to be good. And Treasure Map, of course, is great. Even with low luck, I think the Treasure Map is going to work out. I'm actually curious about Treasure Map, because it's such a good item, but with minus 40 luck, we, of course, get many fewer crates. So, I'm curious how the Treasure Map will perform. We kind of want to invest a little more into melee damage and a little less into elemental damage because we have the Rip and Tear, but we really just need both for damage over time. Also, with a melee build like this, even with lowered luck, I would really love more improved consumable healing. If we could find a jerky or something, that would help the run a lot. Making, yeah, very weak income wave 10. You usually want to make about 500 on wave 10 with in the Abyss. and we did not. Think I really want the attack speed, but I think I'm taking the dodge. I think this character is just going to try to max dodge and survive, so that's going to be kind of our plan. I'm going to pass on the whetstone. We attack so slowly. Bag and lure, obviously great finds, so we're going to grab both of those for sure, and I guess we'll just take this whole shop. Another lure, a snowball could be interesting. A nail, we have positive engineering. That will increase the damage of our weapons. All right, we'll try all of these items. Snowball's a bit late. I don't know how much elemental damage we're going to get out of it, but we intend to buy more elemental damage, so the snowball should hopefully do something. The lure, we may not be able to kill the loot aliens next wave, so I might want to leave it locked for another wave after that, because next wave is the elite. I gotta kill these healers before the loot aliens spawn, or they're gonna make it so hard to actually get our kills on those, because they're gonna heal them up while they are ticking out to the fire. Trying to chip them down over time, basically. So, focusing down those healers before the loot aliens spawned was really important and helped out a lot. Taking a lot of hits here. You can see our low attack speed is really coming back to bite me. Kill that tree, which is pretty nice. Hopefully we don't die here. I need more healing. Very worried about the next wave because our damage is just so low and our defensive stats are not great either. I also will say we have 40% dodge and didn't get a single dodge that wave. Guess I'll still reduce my attack speed and take the missile. The propeller hat, I probably should take anyways. We'll recycle that, of course. 5 regen, great. That's a big help. Let's take all of these items, I suppose. The lure, I may not be able to actually kill the loot aliens, but it is just 2 regen, which I think we're going to need. So I'm going to go ahead and buy all this stuff. We'll take the broken mouth. I'll lock the spicy sauce, and then we'll roll. And then I'll take Cyclops worm and alien worm with no consumable healing. I probably should still take it, though, because we need more regen. Spicy sauce I'm grabbing because it's another way that we can help clear the enemies for us. Still no scared sausage, so I don't know how much I actually want the landmines. For 36, I think we're going to pass. All right, so we're just going to try to run away from the elite. This is a very difficult one to run away from, also. So the hits just keep coming in this run. Because this elite is going to charge after us all wave. Hey, we got a dodge. This one's going to keep charging after us and is going to put us under a lot of pressure, which means that we're going to have a harder time killing the loot aliens from the lure this wave. That said, I think it was still right to buy it because we may still be able to get one, which would be worth a lot for us, and the regen is good. Okay, we got one kill, so pretty happy there. Can we get the second one? I'm going to try to focus it down in the corner over here. It's ticking out a little bit. I have to loop back around and try to hit it before the end of the wave. Got it, and we even killed the curse alien. So actually, this wave went kind of perfectly. There was a third loot alien there that we missed out on, but other than that, it went great. We'll take the wheelbarrow, and Shady Potion actually gets us to positive luck almost. Do I want another XP gain item? We have no horde waves. Probably worth taking here. And actually, we can hit positive luck now, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Pass on another celery tea, of course, but we will buy all of these and then roll. Eye surgery, this will help our damage out quite a bit, so we're going to buy it. Roll past here. Another lure, great. Goat skull, I should pick up. Melee damage is still good. I don't think we want the boxing glove, though. We have 20 knockback, which is fine. We don't need more knockback. And obviously, we're very stoked to see another lure there. I will say that wave went so much better than I expected that I'm feeling a little more optimistic now. The early investment in dodge have paid off to make our character quite a bit tankier, which helps a lot. If I can get some armor and some more regen to go along with that dodge, then I think we'll be in pretty good shape to be able to tank through the end game. Still need some more attack speed, but losing attack speed is less painful for the torch than for a lot of other weapons, since a lot of our damage happens over time after we hit them once, rather than having to hit them numerous times to trigger it. Lowering my consumable heal is being very painful right now. We're taking a lot of extra damage because I did that. Also, I just walked into that slasher for no reason, just very bad positioning. Not great income this wave either. I'll take the charcoal here though, that's pretty nice, and we get +1 because of the snowball. We'll take a dodge here for 53, and then we'll take the regen. Lure, fuel tank is great as well. So we've actually gained 3 elemental damage from the snowball already. It's not terrible. Leveling up our torches to level 3 is going to be pretty nice. That gives us 80% scaling, so you can see we get quite a lot of scaling as we level them up. A roll here. I'll take another rip and tear. Take another spicy sauce as well, and then going to the next wave. Not sure if we're going to be able to beat the elite on the next wave, but we did get one of the harder ones, and have, I think, gotten quite a bit stronger since then. We're definitely never killing elites. Ah, come on. The loot alien spawns, immediately gets the buff from the buffing alien. We do actually take it down, though, which I, fairly quickly, which I honestly wasn't expecting to be able to do. I think we need armor here, is the stat we need the most. And to finish off our dodge cap. When you have high dodge, buying more dodge becomes correspondingly better. Dodge, each point of dodge is worth more the more dodge you have. So as we get closer to dodge cap, dodge becomes even more important to buy. Each point of armor also gets better the more dodge you have. So we really benefit from stacking both stats. Here we can get to 57 dodge. That's great. Riposte again. This is going to be some nice bonus damage. And then here, do I take 9 max HP or do I reroll? I'm going to reroll because I kind of want to find armor, but I'll take regen as well. Regen really important also. And take the rip and tear. I'm not going to take the bait because we're going into an elite wave. We will take cauldron because the bonus damage is useful. And the pickup radius isn't horrible. So I'll take cauldron. I'll take fishhook. Not exactly what I wanted to buy before fighting an elite, but I think still useful. Then I'm going to lock both of these for the fishhook. Roll. We'll lock the ice cube as well. Dynamite now also quite good because we have double rip and tear, so increasing our explosion damage is pretty good. This elite is not the worst because it itself doesn't chase us at the start, so it's fewer slashes, or fewer enemies that we have to deal with. I want to kill these pufferfish myself with my actual weapon attacks, because if they die to the rip and tear explosions, then they generate the... that's when they generate the projectiles. If you kill them with the fire or with our actual melee attacks, then they don't generate projectiles. So you want to kill the pufferfish by actually attacking them, because it's going to help keep us alive a little better. Oops, took a couple too many hits there, so I need to be a little careful. Here I'm going to reroll. I think we can do better than that. I'm going to take 6 move speed, because we currently have no move speed. The dynamite is the one of these that I least wanted cursed, but I think is still worth grabbing, and obviously we're pretty happy with... But obviously we're happy to get a cursed item, and we're happy to buy all of these items. Lemonade, excellent. Little leather vest, also excellent. Gets us over dodge cap, gives us the armor we need. Little frog, I think we're going to pass on. I just don't need harvesting this late in the run. I am going to reroll once here, though, because we have a fishhook, so we're pretty incentivized to just try to lock any items. All right, feeling a lot better now that I've got a little more move speed also. Honestly, the torch is a better weapon for the Gladiator than I was expecting. It's still not good, but We're suffering less in terms of clear speed than I was expecting to. With the changes to the way, or with the increase to the number of... Oh, I gotta kill that before the mini-boss comes out. Okay. Of elemental damage type effect in the game. We get... Let me kill that. Nice, got it. You get a little bit more in the way of leeway for elemental damage builds. Like, you can find more elemental damage stuff around. So, it's a little easier when you were trying to build elemental damage. This little frog, I will take... Again, we're buying 6 dodge, so we'll still be at dodge cap, and this will pay for itself in 3 waves. We'll take a fish hook as well. We'll take 2 armor, that's perfect. And then we will buy out this whole shop. Sadly, nothing got cursed, but it's still fine. Another lure. Amazing. Very happy there. And we'll take a bag. Lock this torch. Level 3 torch. I'm, like... sure that I've passed like 20 torches, by the way. Fertilizer we're going to pass on, and then we'll lock another torch. And I'll lock Alien Tongue because we have fish hook, double fish hook. We would buy a cursed Alien Tongue if it came up. I always enjoy these runs where I'm using a weapon with that I usually ignore, and then I pass a couple of the weapons, and then you just get the whiniest people in the world complaining about it in the comments. For some reason, that one drives commenters bananas. Got that curse alien at the end there, which is pretty nice. Cute monkey, great. That's another way to heal. Okay, another lure. Crystal. How likely am I to actually get the benefits of this? I guess 5% attack speed is still good. And here I'm going to take 10% attack speed. I'd kind of like to get my attack speed back up to nominal. I'll take this first level 3 torch for the level 4 torch. So the burning damage from this will be very high. Alien Tongue didn't get cursed, so we don't want it. We'll buy this torch. Acid, I should take. It does decrease my dodge, but we can get that back, and our max HP is pretty low. Another lure, and a silver bullet. I mean, I guess I'll buy... Oh, what am I doing? I should have bought the silver bullet. I just didn't do math. I should have bought the silver bullet first because we maybe could even have killed the elite. It seems unlikely, but given that we have this level 4 cursed torch, so it does a lot of damage per swing, the silver bullet would have been good. This one you can complain about, but obviously I should have bought the silver bullet first. I will keep upgrading my torches, and then I will roll... And we'll lock this to try to get a cursed torch. We'll take a small fish and lock this to try to get a cursed panda. So, I'm curious. I'm going to hit the elite a couple times. Alright, yeah, the silver bullet probably wouldn't have made a difference. So I'm not... not buying it isn't that big a deal. Oh, maybe it would have, actually. It is taking quite a lot of tick damage over time. Definitely got to kill that mini-boss if I can. Got to kill these... loot aliens if I can. Trying to let them tick out over time as well. Irritated the Stargazer there. Taking a few too many hits here. Of course, our dodge is high, but you can't just perfectly rely on dodge because it is still RNG based, as anyone who has played the Ghost can tell you. But honestly, for a Wave 18 Elite, I think we're doing pretty well. The Silver Bullet, I still don't think we'd have killed it. That Elite is quite dangerous, so I wouldn't have wanted to spend too much time attacking it. Cursed Mouse, sure. Mushroom, yes. Sharp Bullet, we're recycling. If we had ended up with... I'll take the Barnacle. This will probably be like 5 stats, which is fine, I think. One armor is probably worth grabbing anyways. Okay, nice. Another cursed torch. We're very happy with that. And the silver bullet got cursed. So, you know, all part of my genius plan to get that cursed. And then we got a bunch of other cursed items as well. Cursed padding we would buy. Let's roll here. I will take a cursed missile and coral. If it gets cursed, I would grab also. Goat skull, I will probably just buy. Definitely that was on purpose and not just because I didn't do basic addition. And now we have a cursed silver bullet, so my genius scheme has succeeded. I am curious if we're going to be able to kill the bosses with the cursed silver bullet. I think our healing isn't good enough to let me focus attacks on them. And we're not going to be able to increase our character's power level that much in the next shop, because we're not going to make that much money this wave. We'll make decent money, but wave 19 on the Abyss, you often make like 1,000, and we're definitely not making 1,000. 700 isn't bad, though. Boxing glove, yes. Actually, I'm going to take the attack speed here. Attack speed is typically the stat you need the most for damage against single targets, and we'll take 4 regen also. So grabbing that attack speed is going to help out a lot. We'll take the missile and coral. Make sure to get back over dodge cap just any way we can. Even buying only 2% dodge there is pretty nice. And then padding, I will pass on, I think, and then we'll roll. Retrimation's hoodie, this is a huge amount of attack speed, so obviously that's going to be really good for trying to kill the bosses. And then can't buy either of these, so let's roll and see what we would have gotten. Nothing that we want in particular, so let's see if we can kill some bosses. I forgot that I had lowered my range, so I was very surprised when my guy didn't attack there. But we bought Reclamation's hoodie, so our range is much, much lower. You can see here our attacks, the actual attacks of our weapons themselves do pretty decent damage. And the bosses are ticking for 112 per second, which isn't that much. Actually, I guess every 9/10 of a second, because we have the eye surgery. Which isn't that much, but does add up slowly over time. Gonna back off from the whale boss here a little bit, and we'll be able to just slowly chip down the whale boss, which is the more dangerous of the two, and then we can kite the snake boss in circles. Honestly, pretty happy with how smoothly this run went. I feel like I identified the right lane to be in, and we kind of strategized appropriately, and we're able to get the win there, which is pretty nice for a random using a character that has only downsides with a fairly weak weapon. So that was pretty cool. I will say these 3 coupons we got early were excellent. Those were good. 4 items from the treasure map. So despite our load luck, that was pretty nice. But obviously the real star of this run was finding 7 lures. This character's not even tagged with anything that gives you lure more frequently. We just got unbelievably lucky to get 7 lures. So I've never seen this many in a game, I don't think. 7 on a character that's not even tagged for more lures. So I will say this run probably would have been harder if we hadn't gotten the staggering fortune to get 7 lures, 7 of the best item in the game, basically. The double bag only gave us 450 materials despite 7 lures, so you can see that having low luck is a real penalty for items like bag. Spicy sauces were not terrible, they weren't amazing. The rip and tears, those were quite good. The ripostes were fine. Snowball only gave us 3 elemental damage, but was still worth it, I guess. Like 80 for 3 elemental damage is okay. The nail ended up pretty good. It increased the damage of our weapons by a small margin, but every little bit helps. What else? The double fish hooks got us a lot of cursed items in the end game, so that helped. And obviously the cursed silver bullet is what let us actually kill the bosses. The cursed missile as well was pretty nice. All of these cursed items that we got late game were pretty good. The barnacle I bought quite late, but helped out a lot. Retrimation's hoodie right at the end for the massive boost to our attack speed gave us a pretty solid set of kills there. But really, I think that the thing that made this run work was the decision to invest early in dodge so that we got to dodge cap, and that let us play quite a bit more aggressively. And we had to be up in the mix with these torches in order to get damage on the enemies, because otherwise we just weren't going to be able to kill things. So investing in the early dodge, the early armor helped out a ton. And when you invest in both, each gets better. When we have 100 HP, each of those gets better. So it gave us a lot of effective hit points to be able to tank enemies and be able to kill large groups to maintain at least some income. Also, hard rolling for harvesting at the beginning helped a lot. So that's my advice if you're going to try this run. I think this is still a difficult run, and you too may need to find 7 lures in order to win. But overall, I think that we played this well and got rewarded. All right, my friends, hope that you enjoyed this Gladiator run. Nice to get a hard character with a difficult weapon, so hopefully we get a few more of those. And, of course, as always, if you have enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a comment and hit like. Helps me out a ton with the algorithm. And you can subscribe to my channel for more Brotato and other strategy game analysis. Cheers, folks. I'll catch you next time.